Was actually planning on doing this video Wednesday, but then some news broke, if you can tell by the title. So I thought, screw it. Monday night video, maybe Tuesday, depending on when you watch this. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, you're getting a 2-for-1 today. I put a video out earlier today. Be sure to go check that out, where me and Reason broke down the guard/centers. And tonight I'm going to do the video I had planned for Wednesday, but the fact that the Miami Dolphins signed DJ Fluker, that's what the title is. And also, you see, what surprises is Doug talking about? I'm going to get to that. This video was supposed to be out Wednesday. I said, screw it, I'll do it tonight, because all this news that broke about the Dolphins kind of coincides with the video I wanted to do Wednesday. So that means that Wednesday's video is going to be the D-line video. Moving things around on you, keeping you on your toes. But before we jump into the video, real quick, got to shout out my guys at patchvibes.com. Fantastic merch. Fantastic stuff. You get pins, patches, t-shirts. They coming out with some funny, good stuff. So be sure to go over there, use the promo code DDW. You get yourself 20% off. And also check out Miami Sports Music. Fantastic website and YouTube channel. Me, TD, a ton of great podcasters are part of, if you could tell from the pop-up. Be sure to go over, check it out. So let's jump into the signing. So the Miami Dolphins have signed tackle DJ Fluker. He was with the Baltimore Ravens. A lot of people might think, hey, we signed a tackle. Does that mean, and I'll talk about that in a second, but let's talk about DJ Fluker real quick. First round pick in 2013 to the San Diego. Yes, they were the San Diego Chargers. He was the 11th pick in that draft. He's 6'5", 342 pounds, and he's 30 years old. That's a little bit out of the norm for the Miami Dolphins, but 30 years old. Like I said, played for the Chargers from 2013 to 2016, played for the Giants in 2017, played for Seattle 2018 to 2019, and this past season was on the Baltimore Ravens. Allowed 2 sacks, 3 hits, 25 hurries, 9 penalties, 3 of them were accepted. What is my thoughts on the signing of DJ Fluker? First off, DJ Fluker is a solid tackle, can help this team out. I think what the thought process of the Miami Dolphins with the signing of DJ Fluker was Isaiah Wilson situation. They want to bring in that competition for tackle. They want to bring in a good, guy to help with the tackle situation. God forbid Jackson gets injured. God forbid Hunt or whoever we might potentially draft gets injured. We'd like to have some depth. Screw it. Have someone compete. Brian Flores came out and said everyone is competing. So bring in DJ Fluker, because they tried to do it with Isaiah Wilson and that fell apart. So DJ Fluker is a very solid tackle that they brought in. Played well. Like I said, he's been in the league since 2013, so about 8 years. This is his 8th season. I like the signing. I don't know how much. I don't know how long. I'm assuming it's like a 1 year, maybe 2-3 million. I don't have the contract deets, as the kids say in the streets. Yeah, I'm sorry. But I like it. I like the move. I honestly think if Isaiah Wilson didn't do what he did, which wasn't bad, but it's just like your priorities weren't where they need to be. So we're just not going to deal with this right now. I don't think they would have signed DJ Fluker. I like the move. Other thing I want to talk about before we jump into what I initially wanted to make this video about on Wednesday. Ian Rappaport tweeted out this, or is it on this side? It's on one of these sides. The Dolphins have already made 2 moves in the NFL draft, and they may not be done yet. Sources say they've received calls from teams looking to trade up to number 6. It's something they're considering. A lot of things in play, but Miami could be at it again. And I talked about that. I talked about you never know how things pan out. You never know. The top 4 quarterbacks go 1, 2, 3, 4. Say the Falcons trade back and take a quarterback. Say the Falcons take Pitts, and say that the Bengals take Chase or Penei Sewell. All of a sudden, the Dolphins are sitting there, and there's 2 potential good quarterbacks sitting there. The phone could start ringing. I talked about that. I talked about the possibility of the Dolphins trading back again, picking up more capital this year and of the future. Dolphins don't have a 4th, and they don't have a 6th. So if they can pick up maybe another 2nd, a 3rd, there's a lot of good depth in this draft, a lot of good depth. So that's not surprising to me. But you might be asking yourself, what is he? No, I don't know what I made the title yet, but I wanted to talk about some things that could happen, some surprises that could happen in this draft for the Miami Dolphins that don't be too surprised if they happen. Because say some of the things that I've written down happen, I can expect a lot of people to be pissed, but don't expect anything. So I kind of want to go over some things that could be surprises come draft time, but shouldn't, right? First, trading down. Ian Rappaport even said it, and I talked about it a bunch of times. Trading down, getting more capital. Like I said, we don't have a fourth or a sixth. We have 1/3, which is the 81st pick. Maybe get another third, a third and a fourth. I don't know what they would get. I don't know how far back they drop. I wouldn't drop that far. Maybe Denver wants to move up. Maybe Denver likes one of those quarterbacks, so they want to move up. We don't go that far back. We can still get, whoever we want. Obviously, you're not getting Kyle Pitts. I think that probably be one of the only reasons they would trade back is if Pitts did go for. Then I think the Dolphins would be like, all right, well, we could trade back. We missed out on Pitts. We could potentially trade back. But don't be surprised if the Dolphins trade down, trade back, and then go defense with that first pick. I know it would piss a lot of people off. Some people think that the Dolphins need to address wide receiver. They need to add a playmaker. Don't be surprised. Kyle Pitts goes. Dolphins trade down to 10. Dallas, or screw it. Like I was talking about, they go to 9, from 6 to 9, because Denver really likes some of the quarterbacks that are there. Dolphins go to 9. They could still potentially get, a playmaker. They can get whoever they really want and pick up some capital. Maybe get a third and a fourth. But then they take a defensive player. That would throw everyone for a loop. They go linebacker. Say they take Mekhi Parsons. He's still there at 9. Denver wanted Mekhi Parsons. Maybe Denver trades up to 6 because they want Mekhi Parsons. And Dolphins drop back. All of a sudden, they still have the possibility of getting whoever the heck they want. But don't be surprised if they trade down. And don't be surprised if they trade down and take a defensive player. Also, don't be surprised if sitting there at 6, they take a defensive player. I know a lot of people are saying Penei Sewell, Kyle Pitts, Chase, Smith, Waddle. Those are the 5. Those are the 5s you take at 6. If not, I'm going to burn this mother down. Don't be surprised what if they take Mekhi Parsons at 6? What if they pull that trigger? Another thing to kind of coincide with the don't be surprised and talking about things that shouldn't surprise you, they trade Jerome Baker. He's due for a new contract next year. They trade him during the draft. They take Mekhi Parsons at 6. All of a sudden, the second round comes in. Dolphins move up. Or screw it. End of the first happens. The Dolphins move up. How the heck did they move back into the first? What did they give up? They gave up Jerome Baker and whatever else. Jerome Baker in a second or Jerome Baker, whatever. Holy crap. Now I understand why they took Mekhi Parsons at 6. Because they wanted to move on from Jerome Baker. He didn't get drafted by this regime. He didn't get drafted by Brian Flores. Not saying I don't want Jerome Baker to stay on the team. I like Jerome Baker, but he's not a Flores guy, They probably want that versatility of someone to be able to get after, stop the run, but also drop back into coverage. Because Jerome Baker's good at getting after the quarterback, but it has to be stunts that get him to get after the quarterback. So don't be surprised if they go after Jerome, they trade Jerome Baker. And like I said, pick 6 is defense. I wouldn't like it. I'd be upset, but don't be surprised. Like I said, draft night comes 6, Dolphins select Penn State linebacker Mekhi Parsons. I'd be like, wow. All right, well, let's see what they do. I'm not going to be like, yeah. I'm going to be like, all right, nothing you can do about it, Another thing not to be surprised about, don't be surprised, right? Jacksonville takes Trevor Lawrence, Wilson, the 49ers go with, I think they're going Justin Fields, but Trey Lance, Mac Jones, whatever. Atlanta takes Trey Lance, Mac Jones, whatever. Cincy goes Chase, Penei Sewell. Dolphins trade down. Trade down to 9, trade down to 10, right? They trade down with Dallas. Dallas gives up a lot. to move up to 6. Dallas takes Kyle Pitts. Dolphins still get a wide receiver at 10 that they want. Say it's Devontae Smith still at 10. They take him at 10. Don't be surprised there. I know a lot of people want Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts seems like a once in a long time type of athletic player at tight end, and he could do all. I understand it, but don't be surprised if the Dolphins do that. I probably am getting a lot of people yelling at me in the comment section. I'm not saying all of these. I just want to reiterate something because I could feel comments coming downstairs. Why would you want that to happen? I'm not saying I want these things to happen. I'm expecting, preparing if these things happen, so they're not a surprise and I don't get mad. Dolphins say, all right, yeah, Dallas, take Pitts. You want Pitts that bad? You're willing to give us a ton to move from 10 to 6? Because I'm hearing that Dallas really likes Kyle Pitts and would probably give up a lot to go from 10 to 6 to take Kyle Pitts. Don't be surprised. Dolphins could still get a fortune, whoever they probably want at 10. So don't be surprised if they pass on Pitts. If they're like, we like Gesicki, we're going to re-sign Gesicki. We think Gesicki is equal to Pitts, or Gesicki is just as good as Pitts, which I know in the comment section, you got to be stupid to think that Gesicki is as good as Pitts. I like Gesicki. I like Gesicki and Pitts on the same team. I think that would be fantastic. It'd be extremely dangerous. And I've talked about this time and time again. But just don't be surprised. All of this is just trying to get you prepared. Also, don't be surprised if the Dolphins do not take a running back in the first round. Me and Reason talked about this earlier today. If you're watching this on Tuesday, yesterday, go watch that video again, where Reason doesn't see the top 3 running backs getting out of the first round. Najee, Williams, and Etienne. Say the Dolphins don't pull a trigger. Say they don't try to trade up to grab one of these running backs. Say they don't take a running back at 18. They go defense. Aziz at 18. Pay at 18. Go pass rusher. Jenkins, go tackle. And they just pass on the running backs. They take Pitts at 6. They take Aziz. They take Pay. They take Jenkins. They take whoever at 18. Come 36, they're like, all right, what running back's available? Or screw it, 36, they take linebacker. They take like Barton or something, right? Then at 50, they're like, all right, we'll take Carter. Or we'll take, I don't know. I don't have my list in front of me. Don't be surprised if they don't go running back. Don't be surprised. Maybe they like maybe they like Gaskins. Maybe they like Ahmed. Maybe they like what they saw out of that. Me personally, I'd add a running back. I would like to add, Williams, Najee, or Etienne. I'd like to add one of these guys. I think they'd make the offense different and make it really good. Again, this is what I'm saying, but what I'm telling you is don't be surprised if the other happens. And the last thing I'm going to say, don't be surprised about, and this would hurt my heart, but I've learned not to get emotionally connected to players because Jason Taylor taught me when he went to the Jets, don't do it. It sucks. It really sucks. You invest all your emotion and time into this player, and then he's gone, and you're like, this team sucks. Why would you move on from him? Don't be surprised if the Miami Dolphins trade Xavier Howard during this draft. That hurt. I don't want them to trade Xavier Howard, but I'm preparing myself if they do it, because that's probably another way that they can get back into the first. They don't have to give up a second or next year's first. They don't have to give up anything. They move back into the first, and just all they have to give up is Xavier Howard. Let's see who would probably Tennessee. Right in front of the Jets, right in front of the Jets, right in front of the Steelers. Tennessee. They need a corner. All of a sudden, the Dolphins take Pitts at 6. The Dolphins take, again, whoever at 18, whether it's pass rusher, they don't go running back at 18 though, right? Say they take Penei Sewell at 6 and they go wide receiver at 18, or they, whatever dream scenario you have. And all of a sudden, Indy or Tennessee's on the clock, right? Boom. Dolphins jump in. Everyone's like, whoa, Miami Dolphins back in the first. What'd they give up? They're, 36, they're 50 next year's. What'd they give up? And the Miami Dolphins take, Najee Harris. They take, ETN, whatever. What did the Dolphins give up? All they gave up was Xavier Howard. Don't be surprised. Now, again, I'm not saying I want this to happen. It hurt my heart. But don't be surprised, because he's probably going to want a new fat contract, and the Dolphins can get a really good guy moving back up like that. Please. I don't know how I'd feel. It'd be incredibly smart, but it'd break my heart because I love Xavier Howard. Friggin' 10 interceptions. But it'd be so smart. But don't do it. But do it. But don't do it. That's what's going on in my head. But again, the point of this half of the video is to just prepare you, right? If they trade Xavier Howard, you're not surprised and pissed. If they go defense at 6, you're not surprised and pissed. If they trade down and still take defense. If they don't take Kyle Pitts when they're sitting there at 6, say they do trade down and they give him Pitts to someone else like Dallas, don't be surprised. They don't draft a running back and they trade Jerome Baker, because I know we got a lot of Jerome Baker fans. Don't be surprised. And that's the whole point of this. Just go into this draft knowing whatever happens, happens. I can't control it. And let's let it roll, baby. It's the best part of the draft. It's exciting. All of a sudden, it's like Dolphins move up, and you're like, wait, what? Like when the Dolphins traded down with the Packers, I was like, whoa, all right, cool. What did we get? What do we get? What do we give up? It's fun. It's exciting. I can't wait for the 29th. I'll see you guys on the 29th. Technically, yes, the video is over, but I got more to say. This essentially is comment of the day, because I got a lot of you guys asking me, well, how would you feel about this, and how would you feel about that, and this and that, Well, there you go. That's how I'd feel. Just prepare yourself. It's better to be surprised than let down. I don't think that applies here. These are surprises. I don't know. But like I said, Wednesday is going to be the D-line video. Thursday, I'm going to be talking linebackers. Friday, I'm going to have Professor Klump on talking corners. And then Monday, we're talking safeties. Tuesday, we're doing my final mock. And then the 29th is day 1 of the draft. I will be live. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys Wednesday with the breakdown of the defensive line. But like usual, stay classy. Hope this helped you. Fins up.